Good morning. So today I'm in North Wales on the beautiful island of Anglesey to visit a scenic mountain like no other place on these shores. Parys Mountain. Enjoy. So we just arrived at Parys Mountain. Unfortunately it looks like the start of the journey. We're going to be walking into the sun. So I might just put the camera away for a bit and catch up with you when we're a bit further into the quarry or the mine. See you in a bit. You can see there's a windmill on top of the hill there, which hopefully we'll get to see a bit later on. I'll give you some information about that. Quite special to my heart, that one, for an odd reason, which I'll give you when we get up there. But you can start to see the colours now coming out. So you can just see the mine in front of us, hopefully. That is pretty vast. So I'm hoping the sun doesn't blow it out too much and you can actually see the mine below us. Wow. So you can really see the sun bringing the colours out in the rocks. So basically all this is being displaced from the quarry we've just seen. As per usual, got the place all to myself, love it. Although I need to do something with my sat nav. It tried to take me down the footpath again on the way here. I mean, it's off quite a major road, not a major road, but it's certainly an A road. But my sat nav decided to take me down a connected road through a farm for about 3 miles, with about 2 passing points in the space of 3 miles. Luckily, I only met 1 car. So, but yeah, new sat nav required. Just look at this place. It's got to be the strangest place I've ever been. 1 minute you're like on a country lane in the countryside, then you turn off and you're almost on another planet. That's bizarre. So we're just on a bit of a ridge at the minute. This place is just so strange. Right, just up this little hill, you've got the remains of, I think it's one of the old mine yards, but oh, say little hill, bit of a scramble for me because I'm old. Don't think there's much of it left, but let's have a look. No, a little bit more of it there. Woof. Let's see if we can get in there. Let's have a look. Yeah, there's not a great deal left, is there? Not a great deal left at all. So this part here is the extreme boundary on the south side. You can see those buildings ahead of us where we've just been. Apparently it was the old mine yard, but it's also where they used to keep the explosives. And you can see this wall here just continue right along. So though it is called Parys Mountain, it's not a mountain. It's more of a hill. I think the mountain bit may come from one of the landowners' names in the early days. And basically, this was all extensively mined in the 18th century for its copper. And during the excavation in 2002, subterranean debris was found on the surface, estimated to be 4,000 years old, meaning that it was also mined in the Bronze Age. So in 1764, the mine was once again explored, and as efforts were about to be stopped, a local worker named Robert Pugh discovered a rich copper vein, which they named the Great Loud. And he was rewarded with, wait for it, he was rewarded with a bottle of whiskey and rent-free for life, for the rest of his life. I don't know, got that a good deal. Not really a whiskey person, but I'd take rent-free for the rest of my life. And after that, it went on to become the largest copper mine in Europe. Look at this in front of us here. So buildings there, which I've got no idea what they were. Okay, and the mine went on to produce its own coin between 1787 and 1793. The Parys penny, or the Anglesey penny. And then mining ceased in 1904. And although attempts were made to reopen it in 1927, it was deemed that the quality of the copper was so poor that it wasn't worth it. So it's been left like this ever since. It is right strange because in front of us you've got all the hues and different colours, the browns, the shades of brown and tan. And then literally, I don't know, yards away, you've got the hills of Anglesey, the green hills. Really strange. Yeah, there's remains of a couple of buildings there, I think. Looking at some of the information that you get when you enter the mine. Maybe a foundry or a smelt house where they used to melt down the copper. Okay, so just coming up at the top of the hill, you can see there right in front of us, got the engine pump house, and basically it was used to pump the water out of the mines. And I think at one time it had the earliest steam pump in Wales. I think it was in 1819, but it was replaced later on in I think it was the 1850s by a more modern, more powerful pump. But yeah, the engine pump house. This is going far too smoothly. I've only actually been slightly lost once. And yeah, I suppose it's difficult to lose yourself in what's pretty much a loop around the mine. But I thought I would have been able to do it, but never mind. Still time. So what's left of this? We can go in, which is good, okay. Right, so there's not a lot left actually. There's a huge nest up there, you can see. No one at home, thankfully. So the engine house with the chimney next to it. It's another one of them, this. It's not a far walk, it's probably a couple of miles if that. Well, it probably is a couple of miles, but a lot of it is like loose gravel and stone and rock and uneven. So again, if you are coming, wear something sensible on your feet. But I definitely would recommend it, especially in sunshine like this. And once again, especially early in the morning, when you've got it to yourself. Just have a look at this, what I'm seeing. Got all the mist over the mountain range. In this glorious sunshine. I'm out of breath again, so I've just walked uphill. I suppose I better tell you. I said not even I could get lost in a loop round at mine. I did. I went down instead of coming up this path and ended up at the bottom of the quarry with either a scramble, which I'm not up to, or to loop back on myself, which I had to do. But you know what? There's no rush, I got here early. Oh. See you up there in a sec. Okay, so we made it to the wimble. I said right at the start that this one's special to me. And it's probably not what you're thinking. It's special to me because it was built in 1878. And that just so happens to be the same year that Everton Football Club formed. So that's your reason. I know, sad. Right, it's the law, isn't it? You see a trig point. It just has to be done. Conquered the hill that is Parys Mountain.
Take off. Home point updated.
Right, so that was Parys Mountain, or Parys Not So Mountain, more of a hill mountain, I don't know. Hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, subscribe. I'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching. See ya.